What's going on, everybody? Evan Centopani here. Welcome to IFBB AMA. Today, I've got a question. Somebody wrote in and commented on a recent video that I put out about macros. I've kind of had this go-to method of calculating macros over the years that I use, and I find it to be super simple and pretty damn accurate. I kind of feel like getting an equal amount of calories from each macro is a totally sane thing to do, and that's kind of how I run my diet. So a 250-pound person would be taking in 250 grams of carbs, 250 grams of protein, and 110 grams of fat per day. So this person wrote in, and his question is as follows. How does this advice change when dealing with a diabetic? I'm a 45-year-old type 2 diabetic, 198 pounds, manage my diabetes with metformin. I feel like my goals of building or at least maintaining muscle mass while keeping my blood sugar levels in check conflict with each other due to the carb intake needed. Also, I've been thinking of adding in some Walmart 70-30 insulin to help me deal with the increased carbs. Any thoughts on that and how I can do it without becoming fat? Note, I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder, but I'd love to have some noticeable muscle mass. My ultimate goal is to be a healthy, jacked old dude that the gilfs at the old folks home wink at. The gilfs. The grandmas I'd like to fuck. All right, so the more body fat you carry, insulin sensitivity becomes impaired. Conversely, the more muscle mass you carry, the sharper your insulin sensitivity. So the question becomes, how are we going to add muscle mass? Well, I'll tell you right now, 3 days of weight training a week is probably not enough. I would pump those rookie numbers up. Let's get that up to 5 days a week right off the bat. With the diet, okay, if you're 198 pounds, let's call it 200 pounds, the consumption of 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and I don't know, it's probably like 80 to 90 grams of fat per day. I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility, or something that's going to really have a massively adverse effect on you, especially if you are utilizing metformin, doing cardio daily, and weight training 5 days a week, because weight training as well increases insulin sensitivity. One thing I will note though, and I'm going to say it right now, it's probably really important. If you've been training for 20 years, you say, you lift 3 times a week, and you say you don't have any noticeable muscle mass, something here is wrong. So we have to determine, what is that? Is your training no good? Is the diet no good? Or also, I'll probably implore you to get your testosterone level checked. Because if your testosterone level is low, you're just going to be shoveling shit against the tide on all fronts. It's just going to make everything that much harder. And we do know that the inclusion of testosterone also sharpens insulin sensitivity. So I think you could totally handle 200 grams of carbs per day, especially if you're doing cardio and training hard. If all those things are happening, I think you're on your way. Let's also mention though, sleep, massively, massively important. One of the things we see in people who have sleep apnea is they start to gain a lot of weight. We know that there is a correlation between sleep apnea and decreased insulin sensitivity. So make sure you're getting at least 7 to 8 hours of good sleep every night. When it comes to supplementation, the inclusion of things like R-lipoic acid, it can totally have a positive impact on blood sugar and reduce the need for as much metformin, or certainly negate the need for insulin. Cinnamon extract, another positive one, bergamot extract. So there's definitely some supplements out there you could be including. But I think the key thing for you, man, if you've been training for 20 years and you can't tell, you probably got to train harder. And I would check your testosterone, get your sleep every night. Dude, if you do all that, I think you could totally handle the diet that I prescribed. And I think you'd be well on your way to catching the eye of those gilfs. So buddy, lots of luck. Keep me posted. You need anything else, let me know. I'm here. Anything else you guys want to see, want to know, just let me know, and I'll do the best I can. I'll talk to you guys soon.